So following on from our last video on electrical circuits, we have the same simple circuit of a power supply powering a bulb with an ammeter in series with it. So the current goes through the bulb, through the ammeter, back to the power supply, and the ammeter will measure the current, and a voltmeter to measure the voltage across these 2 points on the bulb. And we're getting about 1.6, 1.7 amps and about 5, should be more than that, about 5.7 volts. I'm now going to introduce a second bulb. I'm going to start off putting it in series. Series means one after another. So we're adding second bulb so that the current flows through this bulb, through the second bulb, through the ammeter and back to the power supply. And you notice they don't light up so brightly. We're getting a lower overall current and we're getting a lower voltage across this bulb. If we plug a second voltmeter in across the other bulb, there should be about the same voltage. Now there might be a slight difference in the bulbs, they're quite cheap bulbs. So this one's about 2.6, 2.7 volts across that one. This one's about 4.2, so slightly higher voltage across this one. And this has a higher resistance and you can see it's not quite as bright. It might just be resistance in the terminals. In fact, that one went up to 3 volts when I moved the terminals. Now it doesn't matter where the ammeter goes in the circuit. I could just as well put the ammeter in between the two bulbs, and it should give the same sort of reading. .2-ish amps, and these are still reading about the same value. So the ammeter can be anywhere in that circuit because all of the current is going through it. Now we could connect those bulbs a bit differently. We could connect them in parallel. Parallel means that the current could go through either bulb. So we'll do it like this. So we're putting wires from the power supply to both the bulbs. I'm going to add my voltmeter in the circuit as well. So that goes either end. And you can see they're both brighter, getting a higher current for 2 bulbs than we did in 2 bulbs in parallel than we did with them in series, because the current can go through either of these bulbs. We measure the voltage across one of the bulbs. You can see it's higher. It should be higher than when we had them in series, higher than an individual bulb when they were in series.